morning. This is Alonda of Coco Mommy, and this is episode 2 for Diary of a Divorced Coco Mommy. And in the past week, I wanted to cover the next blog post on a topic that I think is like very, very, very important, and that's our financial well-being. I know I've touched on our physical and our mental well-being, but I think when our finances are in order, we are in a much better position to make critical decisions for ourselves, and then we don't feel the pressure and the stress when those things are properly in place. So for me, when I was separated and before my divorce was final, I was out of work for 2 years, and as you can imagine, not having an income for 2 years, and you have two children to take care of, that is pretty detrimental to securing that financial space where you are set up to move forward. So that was a huge impact for me. Now, I started working in the past week with Kara, who is at the Frugal Feminista. She is a blogger, and her expertise is financial empowerment. So when I had a 15-minute consultation with her, we talked about the current debt that I have, which is, some of it is debt left from from when I was married, and then I talked about really wanting to restore my credit. Now, one component that I was not even thinking of, and I guess I should be thinking if I'm doing any sort of long-term planning, is saving for retirement. I mean, the ultimate goal is to get ourselves in order in terms of our finances, so that we are able to retire and have a lifestyle that we are able to enjoy ourselves without feeling the stress and the pressure of our finances impacting what we do and how we move forward. So one of the things that she touched on is, as a blogger, she said to me, as far as monetizing. And so I'm heavily involved in what that means, because she is a part-time blogger, but she has found it to be extremely lucrative. So what I'm hoping to do is, in terms of the space where I am now, is really trying to find different revenue streams, so that I can put a plan in place to address the debt that I currently have. But another thing that Kara has pointed out to me is there are ways to communicate with creditors, as far as verification of your credit, validation of your credit, and also how they communicate with you. There are laws that are put in place in terms of the level of communication that creditors have with you, whether it's they're calling on the phone or whether they're sending you letters in the mail. So I've really gone online and tried to educate myself on what the laws are that are related to creditors, related to debt elimination. So it's very, very it's been eye-opening in terms of the things that I've learned in the past week. So what I'm going to do is, on the next blog post, I'm hoping to share all of this information with you and just show you what steps I've taken to try to put myself on the right road to eliminate the debt that I have, and what my plans are in terms of doing that, and also hopefully to restore my credit. Now, one mistake I will say I did make is I decided to enroll in a debt elimination program with a company. I won't name the company, but everything is a lesson learned. As I changed jobs, I definitely decided to not do their $99 a month plan, and I reduced the plan down to $50 a month. But now, when I look back in retrospect, it's almost as if I threw money away. I paid $50 per month for at least a year. So when I factor that out, it's about $600 for the year that I paid this company to basically contact my creditors and request all of the things that I just touched on. So at $600, spending that to give to a third party, I could have used that money to apply to my existing debt. So as I've learned, everything, as I say, is a lesson learned. I now know that it's just a matter of us carving out time to take care of these matters on our own. It's not necessary to pay a company to do this for you. Something else too that I learned is that when you are moving forward with trying to build your credit, as Kara pointed out to me, is really putting a plan in place to save for your retirement. So I think that's where those additional revenue streams will help, because not only my goal is not only to help me eliminate my debt, but I also want to put some money aside for savings, and then ultimately invest money toward my retirement. And I think as women, that's a component that is lost, because we are so focused on today, what we need to do today, and we miss that long-term future planning. So I will include this information in the next blog post. And definitely, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at cocomommy@gmail.com. And if there is anything that you want to share, please feel free to email me. Definitely drop by on the blog at cocomommy.com, and I will see you for the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.